Okay, what are we going to do here? We are going to play the Object 430. Just want to check if it has binoculars. It does not. Just going to play a random battle. So back in the old days, you used to hit random battle, and it would go into a game immediately. So you could play with your friends. You would get on chat and say, "Everybody click battle right now," and you would click, and everybody would get into the same game, but you weren't necessarily on the same team. Okay, Kharkov. So I'm going to go to a spotting position that's in the middle of the map. I don't remember where it is. It's somewhere around this area. It's easy to get to. I've only done it a few times, so I don't really remember. Once I finish these two more mastery badges, I will win the premium tank, the Excalibur or the Excommunicator. I don't remember what it's called. So I'm not going to get into the ditch. I'm going to stay on the upper level so I can get like a spotting advantage, but I'm going to kind of stay near the ditch. So if I get spotted, I'll just head for the ditch. If I get spotted, I'll head for the closest ditch. You don't want the enemy to know you're here. So that's a dead end. If they know you're here, they might come looking for you. So I'm doing an SOS so people know I got spotted. We don't know who spotted me, but it looks like now we know. Now you know. I'm going to run. Okay, you know what? On second thought, I probably should not have run this way. I probably should have gone up the upper level that way. You can see these guys are really good. Obviously, you're going to go up this way, not in front of his gun. These guys don't look like they know what they're doing. I mean, come on. They missed me, what, 3 times? But the game's for everybody. It's not just for the Unicums. Let's see if we can get up here. Amazing. Amazing. Nice. So my intent was to spot the Canard. Obviously, I'm angling towards the Unicums over there. Ah! So I missed my chance to hit that guy. I mean, what he's doing right here is really dumb. I got open shots on him, and he's out of the game. So, of course, I'm going to get right back into the ditch. Okay, lag. You see, I was going up the hill because of the latency. Lost control of my vehicle. So now the score is 4-2, but it's not enough to do a run to the backfield. They have no SPGs. If they did, I would have ran to the backfield. Let's see if we can snipe from here. I'm going to guess not. I really don't have sniper support. They're outside of my spotting range. Maybe I could have gone up the hill there. I haven't really done this very much, so I really don't know what to expect. So I was hoping I could shoot through the material. Obviously, I've done it before, but in this case, it didn't work. He hit me. So I guess I should have figured that when he left the hill, maybe he was coming after me. If I were playing rank battles, I would have left immediately. Because in rank battles, they'll definitely come after you. But in random battles, it never happens. I got 2,200 damage in that game. I'm working on something. I'll be back in the game in a minute. A browser window opened up on my computer by itself, so I gotta get rid of that. Okay, so we shall get into a light tank. Check my crew books, and I'm going to go into battle. So that game, considering I have serious lag and latency, I have lag, absolutely, and latency. It was packet loss that caused the tank to veer off, but it only happened once during the game, so it's actually a good night. Earlier today, I had a lot of packet loss. So my tank was driving out in the open and I was getting bombarded. Oh, so I got the Twitch deal. It wasn't worth it. You get the King Tiger 2 and you get, so I lost that game with Kharkov. You get the King Tiger 2 and you get a free recruit with 3 skills, and you get all these missions that sound amazing, like 5 times victory per win for like, crazy number of games. But the problem is you got to play the games with the King Tiger 2. So I don't want to play the King Tiger 2. I don't play the same tank over and over and over in the same day. So I'm going to cancel the Twitch. I don't want it. It wasn't worth it. They don't say when they say, oh, these missions are only for the King Tiger. Maybe they do, and I just misread it. I don't know. So yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I met with some American guys here in the Philippines, and we had dinner. We went to TGI Fridays. 2-minute wait, 500 people in queue. But you get an amazing matchmaker. Okay. So everybody knows the tactic about rushing across the field. I was the one that started that. If you look through my account, there's a video in like April of 2018 where I just run across the field on like 30 different maps. Every map I said, what happens if I run across the field? And it was before the wheeled vehicles existed. And what I discovered is that many maps, it really doesn't make a difference to do it. And it only does, um, if he goes far, I'm just going to stay close. Okay, so he's staying close. On most maps, running across the field really doesn't give you a crazy amount of benefit. Okay, I went too far. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stop in that bush right there, but what can I do? I screwed it up. It wasn't because of the lag. It was I changed my mind basically. I said, oh, maybe I shouldn't go through that bush. The game's, I have to adjust. The game's different now because they changed the spawns and they have the wheeled vehicles, which are a lot faster. So they get there first. So the point I was making is I practiced one day driving across all the different maps and to see like how you could do it and how you couldn't. And people started watching me do it. I discovered, in Malinova, in Malinoka, you can do it. So I started doing it every time I played. I started just rushing across the field. And other people started doing it. Oops. So because I was spotted, I hit the SOS so other people know that there's a spotter somewhere. It's too bad. I'm wasting time over here. I really need to do some spotting. So I'm going to run through the town. And the way to do it is to run it. You want to run out in the open first and then come back through the town. And it can be very dangerous. See, there's another guy doing something, so we're not going to be able to do it. But there's something we can do is we can drive him out of there. So he's over there, but we're going to spot him. We're going to keep him spotted. We're going to negate what he's doing. I'm going to park right over here. So now he's going to be spotted. He can't do anything. He's just going to have to sit there. It's too bad. So I was concerned about the RU. I would have had to reposition, but lesson learned. Next game, I know what I'm going to do instead next time is just roll down the hill, go up and spot him, come down the hill, and repeat. I'm going to go for 2 hours. And I'm going to use my clan reserves. Are amazing. You get amazing bonuses with clan reserves. Oh, it looks like I used them all. You know what? Maybe I'm going to save them. I don't care. I'll use it. No big deal. I've got plenty. I'll get more. You can rush across the field on lots of maps. But the problem is, if you don't have allies in a position to shoot at them, then it won't matter. And with Malinovka, that's the way it was. I used to rush across the field, nobody would shoot at anybody. People had to learn. This one, the strategy is to go basically to the D3 position or the D4 position, and then drop down to the lower level and then cut across over here, go to A1 and shoot the enemy from behind. If you watch my videos, you'll see I've done it many times. But you got to wait until the opportunity is right. So I'm going to do the ambush position. I'm going to try and spot the enemy as they cross over here. Might only get one shot in. Depends on how they play it. Wow, look how much faster he is. This is probably a medium tank, which is why I don't have binocs on it. Okay, so I didn't fire fast enough. I thought there's no way that guy's gonna be out in the open where I can shoot at him, and he was. Let's see if we can hit somebody. I messed that up, unfortunately, but I didn't get spotted. Obviously, that was just a wild shot. Okay, there's nobody on the east side, so I'm going to ping on the map. I assume that I will get a lot of spotting damage, but I don't know where to park to spot. So I'm going to have to figure something out real fast. I see a good bush over there, however, you know how it is. I think I'm going to park over here. Yeah, this will be good. I'm going to give this a shot. I won't be able to snipe from here. So I've never played this position before. I really don't know what to expect. I don't like not doing anything. Okay, I've got drop packets. There's a conqueror. Got to get into a position as soon as possible. Okay, this is obviously a better spotting position. So I'm going to sit over here and hope for the best. Oh, the IS-3 showed up. So the Conqueror is either really, really smart or he's really, really dumb. We're going to find out. And I might be really, really dumb. So we're going to see how smart I am. Fuck that. Oh, thank you very much. So I don't know the proper angle if I'll be able to hit him. You fired your gun? Marking where the SPG is. F that. Yeah, see, he missed me on that last shot. I did move because I wanted to avoid a third shot from the SPG. So I was going to blind fire that bush. You'll notice that I could come through here, get behind the enemy if I wanted to. I am holding the enemy back. You know, I played the proper strategy, but you really don't get rewarded. But they were unable to F that, F that, F that. Yeah, so I tricked the SPG. He thought I went the other way. Wow, amazing. Beat everybody. Okay, so in this game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sit near the cap and spot for my team. Oh, no, wait, this is a T10. I'm going to do the same thing. I don't care. I'm going to go spot for my team. And if I get spotted, I'll run for the ditch. Somebody's got to do it. Because I'm going to spot, it's going to make it difficult for the enemy. If more enemies show up, it'll be very difficult for them. And it will keep my allies safe. However, they're always changing the map, so like if you learn a bush, they might change the map. They might take the bush away, so you can't use it anymore. And obviously, the smaller you are, the better off you are. I'm not going to get on the cap. I don't like to get on the cap on the south side, but on the north side, I would get right on the cap. Okay, so we're just going to sit here. The problem with being here is, okay, so we spotted somebody, is that the light tanks will come looking for you. So you can see I already spotted this guy. They're not going to be able to do anything. Anytime they do anything, they're going to be spotted. So we're going to go for spotting damage. And I've got the low and the T32. So we got a lot of tanks over here. I'm already getting spotting damage. It's risky. I've shot from here before, but it's risky. A slow tank is going to be risky. And the other issue is that after a while, they'll come looking for you. You know, you can't expect to be safe forever. This might, maybe it would be better if I were back more. If I want to, I can advance and then dump into the ditch and run for the back. So maybe if I decide to leave, I'll go forward, shoot at them, and then head through the ditch. I'm up to 1,000 spotting damage. Okay, so look at what's going on. You know, the enemy has to leave. They can't fight because they're going to be spotted. We're winning 5-2. If you get to like the right spot, they won't even make it to the hill. If you go across the other side and spot them, and your allies got good positioning on the hill, they'll never make it to the hill. You just shoot them out in the open, and the enemy will have to play from the river over here. I didn't get the spotting damage for. Okay, so I got it on the T34, but not on the T10. And we got another sniper, the low, the T32, and the T54E1. I do have coated optics on this tank. Okay, so I missed, but I was waiting for him to be behind the bush when I fired my gun. Miss. Just got to roll back. There's no arty in. You know what? I should have been firing at them the whole game because there's no arty in the game. So that was a mistake I made. Score 7-3. Now we're going to put a little pressure on them. Come on, come on. Shooting for the track so I can hopefully get tracking damage. However, I did not track him. One, two, three, four. There's one unspotted tank. That was probably him right there. Should have gone for these bushes. That was a mistake. Okay, so I didn't let up on the gas enough. I did, but it was a little too late. I honestly think he's up here. There he is. So I was a little bit too high to hit his track. So what happens if you just shoot right over here? I mean, obviously that's not going to kill them. That would have been so awesome, wouldn't it? So I got 2,000 damage, 2,400 spotting damage, and 1 kill, and a high five. Uh, oh yeah, that's okay. So it's right here. So I got number 2 for stars and whatever. So we'll try the object 430. $2,800 spotting. My understanding is that you are not supposed to spot with heavy tanks. That's my understanding. So don't take my gameplay advice. Okay, so I'm gonna F this. Come on, come on. I'm gonna try and do a spotting position. And we're gonna try to ambush some tanks. It's difficult to spot from here. You need a derp gun because, come on, it went up to 600 milliseconds and I couldn't control it. You want to be a little bit more to the right. Oh, there's another guy there. So it makes it difficult, obviously, because, yeah, I've got too much latency. It's driving too far. I won't be able to shoot at those guys easily. But that's what I was planning on doing. It's difficult. It's not so easy. On a typical day, I try to get one shot. It's not so easy. Okay, so I just got a bunch of misses. And I'm not in the game right now. Okay. Okay, so I have high lag and latency. It's going to be very difficult to play. I'm going to head for the houses. Looks like my team needs me on the east side, so I'm going to head that way. Missed that shot, unfortunately. We'll knock the tree down. Really hard to control this vehicle. Very slow response. So I shot that tank. Get 0 damage for that. Score's only 1-5. We're probably going to pull through and win this game. Fuck that shit. How can I not spot him? He's absolutely right there. Okay, so he was behind an invisible tree. Or maybe he has the cheat mod. Saved the life. I saved the life. We're going to ram him. Yeah, so I don't like to sit around with nothing happening. I'm looking for action, and if nothing happens, I will go find the enemy. I just get bored playing. 49. I'm going to go for the engine, I think. Pierogi. Okay, so we're going to head into town. Because I have high latency, I'm probably going to sit back a little bit for the first minute of the game, and then I'm going to suicide during the second minute. I used to be really good playing over here and sniping on the middle, but they changed the map in the middle area. So now everybody goes to the middle, and it used to be only a few tanks, so it was really easy to take advantage of them. My tank is not stopping because of the latency. The drop packets causes it. When it turns red, that means that something's not being sent. At least that's what I assume it means. I don't know. Okay. Fuck that. Fuck that. I gotta mark the SPG location. Okay, so it was a little bit difficult for me to find my bearing on that shot. And there's obviously a tank that's right there. Can't really see. A roll. Missed him by a mile. So I know where the SPG is, so I'm going to line up the house so that it's difficult for them to hit me. It looks like my allies lost down there. Missed my shot on the IS-7. So I made adjustment to the settings for the audio and the video. Yeah, I didn't do too well in that game. That's because they hit me hard at the beginning. And the funny part is I just changed the engine. And it was so slow driving that tank. Okay, don't have binocs. We got 2 light tanks. I'm going to go to the ambush position. And we'll see if we can get some cheap shots on some enemy tanks. This tank is kind of slow. So if I had a fast tank, I would definitely go into the bushes. Let's see if we can knock this tree down. There's one, but I did not spot him. There's one. Ah, I missed them both. You want to fire as fast as possible because they're going to be coming towards me. So if I fire faster, they're less likely to spot me. So we got an issue where we have no spotters in the south. So I missed the 2 tanks that came through. It's possible there might not be any more. Someone was pinging the map. Perhaps he thinks that there's an enemy tank there. However, I would have likely spotted him. Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't have. Okay, so I'm going to play. This is not good. I have no backup over here. And I was spotted. So now the enemy knows I'm here. That's not good. And I missed. Not good. And there's another tank over there. Okay, so that didn't work out. It's having a slow tank, you're going to run into problems with that. I'm going to check the engine. Now I know I don't have binocs on it. Don't like that tank. So the Conway, you don't need the tracks. Oh, I was wondering why my Hotmail doesn't show up with Google Chrome. Now I realize Google is blocking it. It's my most used website. It doesn't show up on the most used list. I work while I'm playing, so I'm going to be working right now. Hmm. Unfortunately, the position I like to play is not a good idea for this tank. All the positions I want to play because the enemy is just going to slaughter me. But I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to try playing up over here. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to climb that hill over there and eat some pierogi. Oh, I know a good position. So you'll notice that there's a hill like right in front of me. This little tiny hill. You can actually play over here and hit tanks from here through that gap over there. You know what? I went the wrong way. That was a mistake. So I'm not getting into position as quickly. Time is really important. I went the wrong way. Roll. So you see I got a good hit, 671. Gonna reload. You'll notice nobody ever plays over here. I think it's a great position, especially for hitting T-34s. You don't have to go reverse. You could just dive over the side, so you've got more than one option. I'm gonna hit for high explosive rounds. Definitely don't want to stay in one position. You'll get slaughtered. Missed. Got to do the health kit repair. So the enemy is slow to get into a fighting position. And this guy, this M46, he won't come around. So I didn't want to aim because he was pre-aimed at me. You'll notice that the enemy is not coming around, so my guys are free to do what they want. And my team is advancing in the north because I took up a good position. So I only got 270 damage. That's one of the disadvantages of HE rounds. Missed. Ah! Okay. I don't think that Conway is going to be spotted, so he's gone. So let's see if we can take up a different position. You really need all the engine consumables and things like that in order to climb this. Okay, not going to get it. IS-3A, he can play up there. So he probably saw how I was doing it. You see that, how it jumped around? That is one of the issues I have to deal with. So we'll try this position. Nice, 783. See, the IS-3A, he doesn't know the position. I don't recommend what the IS-3A is doing. He doesn't have gun depression to play like that. A roll. Got to auto aim. Did not penetrate. I'm waiting for my Sixth Sense to end. Should probably go down more. Okay, that was a cool game. Got 2,800 damage. So I'm telling them that the TS5 is back there, so they know. He has a gun laying drive, and he's got vents. So we're going to play this POS. POS. I don't know how you say it in French. PES. Westfield. I'm going to start by unloading my high explosive rounds. Okay, we got some squishy targets in the back. So that was obviously a mistake. You notice I hit him on the side. On the side armor with the HE round, you're going to do more damage. Oh. Got 3 more HE rounds left. Ah, missed. 1 more left. 224. So I'm really going to have to expose myself in order to hit that guy. I've got stronger armor than perhaps some of my allies, so I'm going to distract the enemy, let the enemy shoot at me, so my allies can go in and do what they got to do. Aim for the gun, because you really want to knock out his gun, and I can easily knock his gun out. Probably going to go up high. Looks like they're going down the hill. I'm not sure yet. But just in case, I'm going to come up over here. Come on. So you see, I was able to get the kill because I went high instead of heading towards the enemy. Obviously I would not have gotten that. You think he's going to survive? He could pull it off. That would have been the greatest comeback ever. I earned a reward because I'm a really good person, and they only give it to you if you're a good person. That was really weird. Oh, I won 2 rewards for some reason. That was really strange. Why did I earn 2 rewards? That was really, really strange. Okay, I don't know why. It didn't open up the details, or did I click the wrong button? I just got to check this real quick. I got rewards for merit back to back. Oh, that's interesting. It was after midnight. Okay, thank you for the rewards. Weird, did it no. Okay, E75, this is a tank that I do not like to play, but I really want the E100, so playing Mr. E75. So the midnight thing is, I'm midnight here in the Philippines. In New York, it's noon. So it can't be that reason. Okay, so I'm going to start by shooting at some enemy tanks. You want to go where the train is the shortest, which is obviously over here, so I can get closer to the enemy because I'm going to have to spot on my own. And obviously you want to pre-aim. You got to have fast reflexes. Yeah, I was just gonna say, he could shoot me through the gap, so you gotta fall into the gap. So I missed my shot on the T-54. Oh, did he shoot at me? Come on, buddy. Come on. You're a good boy. Come on. Nice. Now let's see if we could play with the E75 over there. That's what's going to happen. That was so funny to see a dead tank drive by. Those look like train cars, so I can't shoot through him. I will get tracking damage. So we're going to keep him tracked. So he's not going to be able to move forever. Oh, missed. Let him fire. Let him fire. We seriously got to head for the cap. See that delay? There was a little bit of delay. This was very common in World War II to pile a lot of rubble covering any openings. Exploded. Come on. Green, and that's what I get? Come on. I guess I could have fired at his rear. I really wasn't paying attention. I don't know if his rear was showing. Did they give me another reward? I mean, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, so we're going to play a faster tank. I thought, oh, maybe it's a 4 times weekend for the EU. So the sniping was pretty good. I'm going to put that in a separate video that I'm going to upload to my YouTube account, and it's probably going to get amazing number of views. People are going to be talking about it and only saying good things. Well, it's after midnight. Very slow. Look how slow that is. Very slow. We don't have a really strong team. Missed him. And didn't get spotted. Okay, so there's a tortoise back there. Let's see if we can spot him. Come on, come on. Guess he didn't spot me. I'm just going to expose as much of my tank as possible. Nice. back as far as possible. Missed my chance to hit him. So what I used to do is you used to be able to just climb over here, and I would climb over that. Can't do it anymore. So I didn't get spotted. So obviously he could get right behind those dead tanks right there. If my advice for the T-44, he should wait. He should wait. Let the guys, the T-28 and the other guy, kill whoever's up there, and then wait for them to come down to the south, and they'll be able to win a lot more easily. There's only 3 enemy tanks. What the T-44 is doing is not a wise idea. He should just wait. Okay, he got the kill, it looks like. So what I was going to say is the Conqueror was going to be able to hit the Tortoise. You see what I mean? Like what the Conqueror could have done. Okay, if the Conqueror had gone over here on the right, he would have been able to kill the Tortoise, and then the T-44 could have killed the T-29. That's the game. And the Conqueror only got 5 kills. Wow, look at all those tanks I spotted. Amazing. Conqueror got a lot of damage. Got enough to earn my respect. These are all my tier 9 tanks that are left. I'm going to show you right here, right there. After that, I've only got 1 tank, which is the British one, to level up. And I'm done. And then I'm going to stop playing World of Tanks forever. So in between games I work. My job is very easy. It's all clicking on the mouse. So I really don't plan. So basically, as soon as I start the game, it's when I decide what I have to do because I'm working on my desktop. I'm going to go to this spotting position. I'm lagged out, so I didn't have control of my vehicle, and I'm going to try and ambush some enemy tanks. Some tanks you got to position yourself. So I hit him for 315, wasn't spotted. You want to hit him in the tail once you get good at it. You hit them in the tail, you won't get spotted. So I missed one shot. You see the WZ-111, he's coming through. This is good for a derp gun or autoloader. Hello. So I got him for 315. So I got 630 total. And I wasn't spotted. And that's the game. Game over. Sometimes, on a rare occasion, someone will join me. What do you think happened? So there's 3 SPGs, which means there's 3 fewer tanks that we got to worry about. Most of the tanks, I haven't counted, but most of them are either where the heavy tanks are or where the medium tanks are. So they really left gaps in their defense. Uh-oh. Got to watch out for that Skoda. So I'm in a tough position. I want to do something. See the standard B, how he shot at me. So I was worried about those guys up on the hill. Unfortunately, they got me. This tank is just too slow. I was worried about going the other way, that the VK was, I'd have to deal with the VK. And I thought about, oh, the WZ also came back. Okay, I see. That's okay. Got to practice. I would have had I don't know why that vehicle just doesn't drive very fast. I only play every vehicle like once per day. And, obviously over time, I really don't master any specific vehicle. So when I play the tank, I'm really not a master of each individual tank because I just don't play them enough. Okay, I'm back into the game. I'm going to head for the trenches. This one you can't brawl with because it's got that big thing on the head. I'm going to stay above the trench. So there's lag. It's I saw it go up to 700. I'm going to stay above the trench, and if I get spotted, I'll dive into the trench. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to go up. We're light on the west side. Now I'm going to go down below. Amazing. Amazing. Now you got to figure out, well, where's the best place to park? And I see a very risky bush. I was spotted. Just letting them know that I got spotted is all. Don't really need their help. Going to slowly come up here. So there's a lot of latency and packet loss. It's going to be a difficult game. 3 enemy SPG. We want to keep him up there so that my allies can help, which I'm going to guess that they're not going to help. An SPG shot came in. So he lost more than half of his hit points, and the Waffenträger lost most of his hit points. We went through the town, so I'm guessing that the enemy didn't defend the town. What I should have done was tried to keep him up on the upper level as much as possible so that my allies could hit him. Because of my latency, I'm going to play slower tanks, so driving performance won't make as big of a difference. Looks like I upgraded everything. Because I was doing block by armor, I've got this spall liner. I don't need it anymore, and I don't want to pay for the vents, so I guess we're going to stay with that. You know, I wonder if the marathon event started. Huh, I gotta check that. I checked the Black Friday sales. I didn't think anything interesting was in there. Okay, I'm getting in the game. I was busy doing something else, working. So I'm in the game now. You see that it's jumping around a little bit. I'm using the gas, but because of my latency, I'm gonna head for this rock. So if my game lags out, I won't go into the water. I had, obviously, when I first started out, I would go into the water often because of the latency. The lag is pretty high. It's in the 400 area. That's not good. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to attract enemy fire. This has a reputation of having strong armor. So I'll be the only one here, which means that I'm going to have to fire randomly. And it might not do a lot of benefit. Oh, you know what? The Artie was watching me knock all the trees down. And I'm spotted. So somebody did spot me. Okay, the T-49, he knocked the tree down, so I cannot... the enemy's not going to spot me. And if the enemy doesn't spot me, then I can't draw their incoming fire. So we're going to see what's here. I'm going to go over here and then just fire. So I wasn't spotted, which means that there's no one here. Come on, reload. grill is up there. I'm gonna adjust my angle. And he hit me with a heat round, which is not good. So when I do damage blocked by armor missions, I come to a position like this. Artie's going to keep nailing me, so I got to get out of here. See how quickly I'm running away? Oh, I forgot that long reload because of the crew thingy. Okay. The grill hit me a bunch of times with heat rounds. I got to look up his penetration. He's probably got some crazy high penetration, and I probably should have left. The other thing I could have done was, I believe if I had gotten closer to the rock and lifted up my hull, it might have made it more difficult for him to penetrate me. So I'm going to play the Mautian. I'm really not good at playing the Mautian, and I'm really not going to play the Mautian. I'm going to play the Leopard PTA. We're going to get into battle. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to get into battle. We are going to exit battle. We're going to check to see if this thing is going on. Okay, so we got to read this Renegade. So I guess it's a tier 10 thingy. You know what? I don't want to. Oh, it's 9 or 10, and I've already advanced. I didn't even realize it. So we're. Oh, maybe that's why I got those rewards. No. So we will continue playing. I'm going to play for another 40 minutes, and then this video will be over. And then I'm going to go eat. Maybe. I do have a World of Tanks blog. It's wat.blog.cheapbooks.com. Wow, not in a game yet. Okay, game starting, so I'm gonna go stop working. I'm gonna go down below and snipe up onto the hill. I wish I knew a great position. They changed the game, so now it's dangerous no matter what position you play. So we're going to check over here first, real quick. Can I hit anything over here? I don't know. You know, they should change it so that we could at least hit something. looks like nothing. So I'm going to try over here. Doesn't look like it. Hard to see. I'm going to find out. Yeah, it doesn't look like, doesn't look good. So packet lost right now. That's why that's happening, that weird stuff. And it makes it dangerous to play. So I'm going to go see if I can spot the LT432. Maybe. Maybe I will change my mind. I'm going to see if I can do some spotting and then see if my allies will kill. Somebody already has a renegade. Look at that. I don't know if I want to guess where that phase one is. Where might he be? Where is he? He's got to be right there. I don't know why I don't. Oh, okay. Missed. This is an interesting spot. That they want us to cap, so I'm going to get on the cap. They're going to eventually come through the south. It's going to be difficult. They'll be here in a minute. The GW is going to give us some early warning as to what's going to happen. I really want to go help those guys out, but okay, so now the GW is not going to give us early warning. So I'm going to reposition because I am the one. See all that latency? I'm the one with all the time. Somebody just got hit, it looks like. Somebody's getting shot. Okay, so sitting on the cap is a mistake. That shit. Swing around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So obviously I was going to go behind the Conqueror, but the T95 didn't want me to. And of course, somebody complaining that we didn't cap properly. They should have gotten off the cap. That was a smart thing to do. Which, yeah, obviously that's what I did. I'm guessing they need 3 minutes to cap. So if he can delay for 5 minutes, then he'll be fine. What the Centurion should have done is regrouped. He should have gone to the south to see if he could help out the SPG. He wouldn't have made it, but I think he should go to the A1 or in the rail building. Whatever he's doing, I think. Because you got over here, you got hold down positions. And all he's got to do is reset cap, and he'd be able to spot and everything. I think the rail building is the best place to go to reset cap. And even if the guy gets behind a building, you just use an HE round and land it next to him and reset. So just for the hell of it, I'm going to leave. Okay, bye. What I was going to do is I was going to sit and watch to see if the enemy knocks anything down, but I don't want to wait 7 minutes. I'm going to get into another game. Okay, we're going to get into this powerhouse. I always win with this tank. My back hurts. That's what happens when you play video games. You get hurt backs. Okay, so this is steps. I'm going to start with HE rounds. Because I'm higher tier on my team, I'm going to play uh, aggressive. I'm going to try to get the enemy to shoot at me so they don't shoot at my allies. You know, I should have stronger armor than many of my allies. I'm going to check the gun. It is 246, which is relatively low. For tier 9, maybe it's not so bad for tier 9, but for tier 10, it would definitely be low. I think, and I really don't know In general, if it's a thin gun, it's going to have, I believe, a higher penetration. And obviously I was spotted, but I don't think I'm going to care. If there were SPG, you want to get closer to the slope over here, but there's no SPG. If someone has a short fat gun, they usually do more damage. Long reload. Okay, so I'm not in the game right now, which is why weird things are happening. I was going to blind fire over there. Nothing there. I'm going to come in at an angle. You don't want to advance straight on. He's got really strong armor, so I'm going to switch to HE rounds. Track him. If I had been loaded early, then obviously I would have been able to track him in a position that he couldn't fire. Did 236 with an HE round on that T32. These guys, I mean, the T95, he's well armored, so we don't got to worry about him. So I hit his track. Hopefully my allies will deal with him. You know what? I didn't track him, though. 194 using the HE rounds on the T32. .268 with HE rounds. I'm not sure where he's hitting me. Oh, lower plate. So I'm going to obviously turn the vehicle a little bit. 147. I could use regular rounds, so I'm going to switch. This guy's not going to be happy. So lucky. If I had a fast tank, I'd get behind them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 2 unspotted tanks. I've got an HE round loaded. It's not really making room for me. Just missed the tortoise. So obviously we need to cap, which I might end up doing by myself. We were doing good. It was close. Weren't we ahead? I thought we were ahead at one point. I don't remember. It looks like where the TVP is, he might be able to reset cap. So we'll see if we can do it from here. See, we've got a lot of latency, 700 milliseconds. Okay, so I hit something, but it was only 3 capture points. So obviously people don't reset cap on this map very often, but that's where you do it from long range. If you do it with a high explosive round, you can actually hit more than one tank. Okay, so another game. Okay, game starting. 3 seconds. We are. This is assault. So again, the same thing as the last strategy. I want to block for my allies, the lower tier guys. Kronwagen, low pen, object 277. I don't know. Foch B, moderate pen. The Jagdpanzer E100. He could have high penetration rounds. STI, ST1, probably nothing amazing. VK, nothing. T30 will do damage, and the rest of them you don't really have to worry about. So the Scorpion could potentially be a problem. The Foch B could be. The Jagdpanzer E100 definitely. It's Festivus. And the Jagdpanzer's on my side. Wait a second here. I got to take advantage of this. I know this is going to be a mistake and I'm going to die. He comes out, I run that way. So you hit me with a heat round. I mean, come on. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. He's Unicum. So if I had to do it over again, what I should have done is the where I told you if he comes out, I should run there. I should have just ran there. But I was just not thinking. I don't play heavy tanks. I'm really not used to in city combat. I know how to play outside in the field. In inner city, I have a huge disadvantage because of the latency. They'll pop out and I'll fire my gun, and then they'll move back, and my shot will go out a second late, and then I don't hit anything, and it sucks. Computer. Okay, just got in the game. High latency, 450. Didn't really come up with a plan. We're going to try something I used to do, which is to spot near the bridge, and we'll see if it's going to work. This used to work. I used to come right over here to this bush and spot, but then they put all these other bushes in the way. So I'm going to come out kind of over here. Yeah, there's a lot of latency. Yeah, there's so many bushes. I don't know where to spot now. It looks like this might be a good place right over here. Oops. Tried to angle real fast. Oh, how you doing? I probably damaged him. So that's a position. I have to check that out. See if it's feasible. I don't know how I missed him on that. That was a perfectly aimed shot. Angling. So I'm going to go down here so his allies can't hit me. Oops. So he probably thought I was going to come through the water, and obviously I wasn't. Oh, come on. That's so unfair. That's just not right. That's just not right. Look how far back they are. I can't believe I missed that. That's not right. So he's not going to move, so we have to hunt him down. Even if you got a blind fire, fuck that. See, I could have, he's right there. I'm going to give it another shot. Not going to fail. There he is. Oh! So the SPG in the lower right corner, he should have left a long time ago. He what he's doing is not right. Maybe one more game and I'm done. Need my beauty sleep. I'm going to play this because, like I say, I always win. Why didn't it go into battle? 520 players in queue. And there's 10 tiers. That means 45 players per tier, and they can't come up with teams. We lost Redshire. So for this one, I'm going to, um, depends on what my allies do. If they allow me to get a good position hull down, I'm not sure what it's like on this map, but I know on some of them you can get 2 tanks hull down. I'll do it and I'll let the enemy shoot at me. If not, then I'll pull in the back and snipe. I'm going to start with HE rounds. Let's see, the enemy has strong turrets. They're only going to show up if they got strong turrets. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stay a little bit up here Okay, so our light tank, it doesn't look like he's going to go spot anything. Okay, he spotted something. Let's see if we can hit it. I missed my chance. Oh, only 189. So we need more people in the south. We've got way too many in the north. Where's the Ferdinand? I spotted the Ferdinand. It must be an amazing spotter. So let's see if I can block some damage. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got to deal with like those tanks out there in the distance. They're going to be a pain in my butt. Got to keep an eye on them. Guessing he hit the side of my gun. Okay, so the damage was from the STRV. You notice I'm going to turn the angle. I will do so. Oh, I guess over here it's going to be difficult. Don't go straight on against these guys. So you notice I hit his, I'm aiming my gun between the enemy so that they both get an angle on my gun. Oh, look at that. So we're going to go at an angle. We're going to hold it over here. See, I knew it. I went too far. I went too far. I do not like the fact that there's an ally behind me. I wanted to reverse and I couldn't. So, I don't play this strategy. When I realized that those guys were going to be able to hit me, I couldn't reverse because the T-30 was right behind me. And obviously I got this thing behind me, but my strategy would have worked. What I should have done was stopped where the T-30 is and just left it at that. Okay, next time I'll play it properly. The 50 TP, it looked like he fired a heat round at me. I'm not sure. So when you've, like I said, aim the gun in between the enemy. And I don't think I'm going to play another game. I think I'm done. You aim the gun and you get the best ricochet off of the enemy tanks. Got to say happy Thanksgiving to the followers. I'll finish that, obviously. And I'll go through this tomorrow. Okay, so for this, it says cause at least 20% of the total amount of damage. You want to use tanks that do a lot of damage. So you're not gonna use medium tanks. You're gonna go in with like the Waffenträger and the Jagdtiger. This one I would do with light tanks, 850 base experience. I don't know. I guess a variety of tanks could do it. This one I would do with light tanks.